Back as 1995, this group was born. It's a quartet and it's all male gospel award-winning group, and they continue to inspire generations with all the great songs that they produced over the years. And it's an honor to have one of the men who, in fact, the leading member, the one who founded this very group here with us in the studio. Samuel is here with us, and of course, I've got over here Tilly. The very best friend of Archipelago is also here with us in the studio this morning. And my brother Adam is also here. And Adam is also the manager of our very own Empress Gifty. They've been going to court back and forth, but it's all good. We've got some progress for you, by the way. And today will be giving us that update also as well. But ladies and gentlemen, good morning. How are you all doing?
Good morning, Kenji.
Morning. I like your outfits today.
Thank you. Thanks to Abil's Couture.
Kenji always is good, man.
Nice.
But I knew you were coming. I decided that let me be.
You know what? When I was coming this morning, I was contemplating, Charlie, what can I wear to match what Kenji is good?
I know, right?
Because I know you always do it in a royal style.
I have to. But you did well too. You did well. Charlie, everything good?
Oh, by the way.
We went to court yesterday.
Yeah.
People were shouting on Agrada. What happened? You people want to mobilize people to be shouting like
that. I mean, I don't even want to like comment on the matter.
No, not the court proceedings. I mean, I'm just looking at what happened now.
Yeah, but I mean, for us, we were not even there. So if you look at the video, you don't see us in the video. Right after court, we moved to the other side.
And the people dealt with it.
And we left. We don't even know what happened, you know. And I mean, we are focusing on the matter and ensure that our rights as citizens enshrined in the Constitution is enforced. And that's all we are doing. And I mean, we will pursue that and we'll respect the court and ensure that we do not, I mean, as we are in the court, I mean, try the matter in public.
Okay.
And that's what we've tried to abstain from since the
court proceedings started. Okay, very well.
Gradually, we are moving on. You know, yesterday the court, the respondent, which is Mama Pats and his team, filed a motion to strike out our case. You know, because his team are saying that this is not a triable case because it is just vituperation, like they are fighting, they are insulting themselves, and there is no need to try this case. But if you look at their own averment, it shows that they have something to say.
Okay.
So if your averment say you have something to say and you have certain things, then why don't you let us go to the full hall?
Okay.
So the court listened to us and struck the case out. Now we are going to listen to another motion on July 16, which is seeking an interlocutory injunction on Mama Pat and her assigns to abstain from, I mean, commenting, mentioning Empress as the case continues to be in court. So, I mean, and there's another fresh suit.
Thank you for that. Anyway, speaking about court, have you forgiven Medikal?
Oh, the matter is in court.
Okay.
So...
Oh, he's not called you people to talk about it.
I mean,
behind doors.
I think that you forgive when the person asks for forgiveness, but nobody has.
He has not done anything like that.
Nobody has asked us for forgiveness until we've got into court, because this issue started not from court.
Yeah.
It started from somewhere.
Yeah.
And we could have prevented even the matter going to court. But apparently, I think maybe that's the only language some people understand. So that's I mean what happened? We just saw the thing on YouTube. The YouTube one was what we saw first. We saw it. I mean, sometime in April or March or April.
Okay, thank you.
And so we decided then to check other platforms to see what was happening. So we checked Boomplay and it was there. We checked the Spotify, it was there. We checked the Apple Music as well. It was there. So at the time we were in London.
Okay.
At the time we were in London.
As in the group?
Yes, we were in London. So our manager who lives in London, actually he's a Tema boy, but he lives in London. So because he's a Tema boy, he knows some of this.
The guys, yeah.
So he called someone. Actually, this is what your guys have done. And the guy says, wait, I'll call them and call you back. So the guy called and then called our manager back and said, I've spoken with them. They said I should be sort of like a middleman, talk to you guys and see how
we can resolve it.
Okay. So to our minds, so they have sort of like appointed a middleman. They don't want to talk to us directly. Fine. So we also decided, okay, let's also get a middleman. So we called our lawyer in Ghana here. So we called our lawyer, and our lawyer says, okay, he's going to write a letter to them. I mean, which is the normal thing to do, write a letter to them, tell them, let's do A, B, C, D, because, I mean, what you have done is a legal breach.
Copyright infringement.
It's a copyright breach. It's an infringement. So our lawyer says that let's do A, B, C, D. If you saw, I mean, I'm sure that letter was, there was nothing like, we are going to sue you, pay us this, no. These are the so let's do A, B, C, D. There were a number of things that they were given to. And we managed to get their manager now. I think the gentleman's name is Kofi Jam also.
Okay, yeah.
And we got his number, we called his WhatsApp. So our lawyer called him, spoke with him, and said that we want to deliver a letter to you. So I'll call back and show you where to deliver the letter. Now from that point on, this gentleman decided he's not going to pick any call from us again. Then the letter was sent to him via WhatsApp. The blue tick came all right. Still, it decided to be silent. And till today, nobody from their team has bothered to. What they then did was they went on YouTube, deleted the first 10 seconds, which is the infringement that they've committed, which is a clear, of course, I'm not in court, I'm not a lawyer, but once you've deleted it, it's an admission of something, but it's okay. So you deleted it. Okay, that for me is even an insult. Like you don't want to talk to us, just delete it. Fine, no problem. But then you go on all the other channels, and it is still there. So what have you done? You see,
So have we had a first court appearance, or we have not done?
No. So okay, fine. So as far as court is concerned, so then we went ahead because there were no. So we went ahead and we filed our case.
Yeah.
So now they have to be saved. Bailiff went. We looked everywhere. They went to his house. They went to his house. Anytime they went to his house, nobody comes. So then we went back to court, and the court granted us an order for substitute service. An order for substitute service means that once we post it on the court notice board, so they gave us, I think, 4 channels. 5 channels. The court notice board, then Medical's official Instagram page, where he actually advertised the song, the infringement, where we found them, all the platforms, his Facebook, and then Twitter, X. So these 3, and then Kofi Jam's WhatsApp line. So these 5 were granted. The order was granted by the court that we should serve him through these channels, which has been done. As I'm talking to you today, all the 5 channels have been done.
So the next step is that if it doesn't,
21 days.
They don't respond in 21 days.
After the service, 21 days, they don't respond. The court will then decide what
to do next.
Yeah.
Wow, such a process. Tilly, we also saw this, whole thing, and we felt there could have been a way to resolve this. This is not the first time many artists, most of the artists are doing this.
Yeah.
How come we don't even get to see that we're taking somebody's property and there's the need for us to, do the right thing?
Okay, so I think when it comes to artists here in Ghana, and especially this conversation, how it was handled by some of the people close to the artist that infringed on another person's copyrights, and how they are even handling it per what he just narrated. I mean, if everything he's saying is exactly what happened, then it means that clearly there is a bit more of lack of understanding of what copyright is and how not to infringe, and even how heavy it is when you infringe on somebody's rights. And to me, it's even a bit more sad when it's from another artist. Companies infringe on people's rights by taking their products, their songs and doing things. And to me, I'm like, okay, maybe they don't understand the art. So, but if another artist does it to another artist, it's a bit more difficult for me, because I'm saying this thing is not just there to protect the person you are disturbing, but to you too, because somebody can also take your project and do the same thing to you. Would you be happy? So it really breaks my heart that his team have sat down and now it has to go to court when this thing could have been resolved in a very simple, because the Copyright Office, they do this kind of litigations all the time. People have done this thing, then they bring a representative here, they go there, and then everything is resolved. And so for them to sit aloof and then it exacerbate to the courts, come on.
And for me, it's the audacity to even think that I can just go and delete whatever I have done from the entire project,
which is very, very
and everything is okay.
That's the thing. So I think it's a bit more of lack of understanding and education.
We're talking about copyright infringement here in this country.
The fact that you're as media listening, that's the one thing I've noticed in the short time, that because we are talking about something all the time, that people that we are talking about the thing for are listening. They are not. They are really not, because this shouldn't be something he will even do. The fact that he's even way to cut it. So did he think about it? How about Apple Music? How can we cut it from there? How about Spotify? Do you get it? Yeah. As he said,
those ones are
all still there. So I might not even be using your YouTube thing to make a case. I'm using the other one. So it looks like the understanding of what he did, the graffiti and how it could even affect him as an artist, all of it is either he's blatantly ignoring it or he just doesn't understand the quantum of what he has done. And the fact that we are talking about it doesn't mean they are listening.
That's what my worry is. You manage an artist, and I'm sure most of these things, it bothers you very much, even before you begin to write a song or do any of those things. But in a situation like this, where an artist clearly knows that he has offended another artist, just show up. Let's have it. How difficult is this?
I mean, clearly, for me, it shouldn't have gotten to this point, because, I mean, if this is clear interpolation, where you've recreated a certain melody or something of your song and added it to your song. I mean, and to do that, you need some permission from those who own the product. So if you fail to do it, the right thing is to approach them that, I mean, yes, it's wrong. And I'm sure that even a conversation from artist to artist, they will be in your shoe and understand you and have a way to solve it. But if you turn deaf to it, it makes them like disrespected. Especially one, you took it without their consent. Two, they are bringing your attention and you are not, I mean,
cooperating.
It makes them like, it's like, hey, what kind of ride are you taking us on? And it rather aggravates the matter. So I think that his team should have been of good help and offer him a better counsel than where we are right now. Because, I mean, clearly, the substituted, they sought to the court for a substituted order, which has been granted, which means that the next step will be maybe default judgment when you're not there. And default judgments are enforceable. So you do how you put yourself in a certain situation, and gradually, it's not trap national, not acquire another thing. So I think the better they resolve the matter, the earlier they resolve the matter, the better it will be for them. I mean, even just cutting some portion, his legal team can even show the court that there is an act of bad faith. You understand? Because you saw you've caused the problem. So you are aware. And if you look at the way, I mean, courts arrive at criminality happening, they look at the mens rea and the artist rule. The artist rule is the physical, like, commitment, and the physical thing which has happened. I've slapped you. But the mens rea is the intention. What's the intention? Oh, somebody pushed me and I slapped him. Or I was saying, so they will look at the mens rea. And with this, if you look at the mens rea, it's like a premeditated thing. So they shouldn't rather create more problems for themselves. They should reach out and solve it. Because if somebody does it to them, I'm not sure they'll...
And that's what...
Can I ask something?
No, I'll come to you.
Sorry. My thing, I think there's another angle we are not looking at. Could it be that they understand the magnitude of what they've done, they just don't respect the artist enough to do? Because I'm here and I'm thinking, if they had infringed on Davido's thing and Davido's team had reached out, would we be having this conversation? No, do you get it? Because I don't think that an artist of the caliber, Medikal, doesn't understand copyright. It could just be a matter of not respecting them enough to even give them that audience. Oh, even the tone of Creswado when the issue happened.
That's exactly what I was coming to.
Comes to emphasize on the fact that it could just be a matter of respect. But me enough to show up for you, because I don't think for once that if this thing had been like a Davido, a Whiskey Burner, they will still act out. No, they won't do that.
I mean, is that how you guys feel about this?
I mean, and you see, we felt that way already, and then what this guy from his camp, his name is it Chris Waddle?
Chris Waddle, yeah.
Chris Waddle, yeah. The things he came to write, he came to say, it tells you their psyche. It tells you how they think, because you have taken care of this copyright. There is a reason. There is a reason why we chose that we want to do this genre of music. We want to be gospel. And KMG, I can tell you that 2 very respected musicians in this country, both of them have won Artist of the Year before. Both of them have won Artist of the Year before. I don't have permission to mention their names. I would have mentioned their names to you. Both of them have been Artists of the Year before. They came to us, wanted to do collab with Alabaster Box.
Wow.
In fact, one of them pursued us, like, as of even last 3 weeks. The gentleman is still saying, Charlie, guys,
really?
Mr. Pamacho. But we've just decided, because of what we want to do, we don't want to do this where somebody say, and it's always it's like you are doing it for money. You don't want to preach the gospel, you understand? The other gentleman came to my house, sat in my living room. Wow. Yes. Had a discussion with me, said he was doing an album called Esumni High.
Oh. Hey, he's my artist of the year. You see what I'm thinking?
Well, he's an artist of, it was an artist of the years ago.
Okay. Ours is the current, the reigning champion. We are the reigning champion.
He said he was doing an album called Esumni High. So for the hindsight, he want to do it with us. And we said, Charlie, because of what we stand for, what you stand for, Charlie, keep the money. We don't want to. So this is
Esumni High.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So no, but you see, I understand what he's doing. But it's just a decision. So I'm saying it to say that if we really want to like attach ourselves to these things just because of money, like the opportunities were there.
But it doesn't give him or the team any right to disrespect the brand Alabaster Box.
I'm coming. So that's what I'm saying. That so when you decide to pick our songs, even if he had come to us, and we would have listened to the song that he's going to do
before allowing.
And if then we'll decide whether we want to allow it or not.
So in principle, you wouldn't have even allowed them to use that song.
In this case, the song that you have even attached our song to, they are profane words.
That's what I'm saying. In principle, I would have been no deal at all.
You understand? And I'm talking about people, these 2 gentlemen I'm talking about who came to us earlier on, I've never heard one profanity in any of their songs before. And yet...
I can figure it out.
No, listen. I've never heard one profanity in any of their songs before. And yet, we did not do the collab. But you, in this song, there's profanity. But so you see how we feel about it. It is really, really painful for us that first of all you didn't ask us. The second of all, you attached our song to a profane something that we have done, a content, which is a bit and then after that, then you go and one of your guys will sit somewhere on social media, then rub it in. I really don't want to talk about him because I think I don't know whether I can say this on your show, but I think he was dealt with squarely on another platform, and it's enough. I don't want to talk about it.
Does it sometimes hurt? Well, maybe for lack of a better word, that it's always the gospel people that face some of these things.
But it's obvious.
When it's always that battle.
But Kenji, it's obvious. If you listen to that gentleman and what he said, I'm saying that it's clear how they think. You see, so the way they think, that is how, because they know that as a gospel guy, I can take his song. Well, these people they are not. So let's just take the song and use it. Look, we have done songs by other gospel musicians before. We call them. We call them and say, that guy, this is your song. We will do a cappella. We want to do an a cappella version of the song. Can we do it? And they say, well, go ahead and do it. We don't just wake up and do it because he's a Christian brother. And these are brothers, Christian brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
But yet we call them and talk to them before we do it. But you just
it's just the right thing being done.
But just pick up a song, use the thing. Let's have a conversation. Why? I mean,
in terms of, and I'll be very blunt with this, give me, if you're going to give me names, fine, but whatever it is, how many people in the gospel industry, musicians alike, that have called you guys to lend their support that, oh, yes, we understand what you guys are going through, we're support of what you're doing, go ahead and do it, so it sends a message to the others?
I know, I don't want to offend people, but I can remember one.
Only one person?
I can remember one, the gentleman.
You don't mind mentioning the person's name?
Oh yes, I mean Kofi Donko from Celeste.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
Kofi Donko called me and said, "Charlie, bro,
he's the only person that has called you to
so
stay.
far, he's the only person.
We encourage what you do and do the right.
Charlie, this is too bad. This is Charlie. But you are taking the right steps. I think just
no musician, gospel executive producer.
No, but that's a gospel for no more copyright or much will be in the world. The gospel for.
But I'm surprised that.
God.
And of course our own capella fraternity guys. I mean that's what those ones say.
No, but
they are with us. Yes.
I am thinking that. But almost
no, you understand. I'm telling you, they do it more. I'm even surprised he even said that they go and seek permission from even there. Because for gospel sector.
Yeah, we pick other people. Yeah, it's true. I've noticed it.
Yeah, so they can't relate to his pain.
Yeah, imagine this was a secular musician battle.
Yeah.
I can understand how many of them will rise up and say, just still with them, less than all of that.
Yeah.
So I'm not seeing that from your camp.
Yeah.
You know, it means that
I mean for
you people have issues to
people will think, oh yeah, this is it. This guy, they will chase money. Look, I mean, we as a group, if it is money we want to chase, it has never been about money for us. It has never been about money for us. If I tell you our story from the beginning till now, you will know that as far as Alabasta was concerned, it has never been about money for us. So, but this is something that has been done wrong, and it must be corrected. And we tried to correct it in a certain way. It was the person involved wasn't allowing. So we just have to do what we have to do. So that's why
Charter House organizes summit every for these guys every year after TGMs and all that. I'm sure this year they're going to be. I don't think they have done it or they're about to do it or they have done it. I think it's sometime last
Saturday.
Last Saturday, exactly. I was supposed to have been there. I couldn't make it, but they organize these things for these guys every day. I don't know which year they talked about copyright issues with them or whatever. Is it that Charter House is not doing enough? Or even the institutions that we have over here, which governs this entertainment industry or the musicians, are not doing enough? You mentioned that, yes, when we even say they don't listen and all that, but there should be a way.
Charter House is doing everything, and they have done everything. Yeah, and I am proud this year. But listen, when you organize seminars, and even that, usually it's not the artists themselves; it's either their manager or a road manager and some underground artists.
And they are not going to tell them what happened.
They are not clearly. It doesn't transfer from the anchor to the stigma. So it's like things are still happening. It's not, listen, even if no institution is doing seminars to educate you, there's an onus on you as a creative who wants to break into the bigger markets, how things are done globally, to also learn. Because we were in Ghana and there was a Drake and Obrafour issue. Was it Drake and Obrafour issue? Copyright issue.
Yeah.
So these are things that happen that as an artist, Emma, when you want to say, hey.
The 10 million, I'm not sure whether we've...
Even if you don't know about copyright, something like this was so big that you have to think about, hey, Charlie, how can we make sure that this thing is not happening? If it's on the flip side, one day an international artist is suing us, what can you get it?
Yeah.
So you have to learn for yourself as an artist. But naturally, especially most of us from the creatives, because if it's a practice vibe and inshallah, what you say. So you don't necessarily. So sometimes it's very hard to meet like I actually get excited when I meet an artist like Edem. Or Chame Kwame.
School you.
They understand. They have intentionally let Walasi and Co. They have learned because they know that the thing that they do is not just showbiz. It is a business part of it, and a lot of legalities are involved in that as well. But most of us, what you say. So it's just something that is lacking, and no matter what, even if Spotify themselves, in fact, even if Ministry of Justice come and do a seminar to teach us and we won't learn or we won't show up, we won't show up. TGMA, they have done their best, I'm telling you.
Adam,
yeah, ma'am.
How many times do you guys have time as, a music record label or whatever it is, to look at some of these things? Is this something that you constantly pay attention to?
Yeah.
And you can speak for yourself and your artist.
Yeah, we do. I mean, when there's a reason when we have a new song, before it goes out, we even in the studio, we try and find out whether it has elements of other songs, especially songs which are not coming directly from us. People have written for us. We make sure that we ensure we do not infringe on other people. So we also play to other industry players for them to tell us their peace of mind regarding some of the, the melodies in the song to ensure that we do not infringe. And anytime we have to reach out to somebody, the other time a melody dropped and I remember we mentioned the name of the woman in the studio that, hey, this woman, so before we do this, we have to go and see her. A legend, So that is what we do. We try to always find out that, especially songs which are not originally from us, to see that it is not infringing on anybody's. That is why we've been able to, move
still off some of these things.
This journey. It's quite important because you cannot, because people spend a lot before the song blows for you to hear. Production, promotion, video, among others. So before I bet so if you want to use it, you need to show that respect because they have invested. That is why it became attractive for you to use it. So just show them that respect and you'll be fine.
Sammy, where do we go from here? After, if today the team comes up and say, you know what, we know we've dragged this for long, we're now here, we want to settle this. And it's also the fact that most of these cases, we don't see them through the end. So people just take it for granted. Absolutely. And they know because we're going to get to a point when we come and we say we are ready to settle, we'll settle. All the disrespect and everything will be given to God. And then we move on. Are we ready to see this to the end of it?
Where it is now, out of court settlement should even be decided in court. It's the court that will decide that, okay, parties go outside and settle and then come and report. But are
you in the position to do that after everything that I've...
Our lawyer will decide on that one. We have to let the lawyer decide on that one.
Okay. Yeah. But, at the end of the day...
That one, we where we are now, our lawyer will, based on his advice, even if we will agree to do that, it will be based on his advice. And so we are not there yet. Because like I told you, you cannot forgive someone who hasn't even come to...
In all these, have you heard of anything like our lawyer from his camp? Have you heard of anything like that?
Zero. In fact, what they, at some point, what they did was, a certain gentleman that is very close to us, the guy started calling us.
Okay.
And started asking us, so is it that you feel disrespected? So if they do, and we noticed that because they know him, later we got to know that somebody from their camp knows him. So he calling us just to find out where we are. That kind of, I find out all that to be very disrespectful. I find all of that to be very disrespectful because me, I know Medikal. It's not as if as far as age is concerned, it's like we are way behind, and we know him. Yesterday, the other day, one of your guys was asking me, so if I hear a Medikal song today, would I know? I don't know. I'm being honest with you. If I hear Sarkodie song today, nobody will tell me this Sarkodie. If I hear Shatawale today, nobody will tell me this. If I hear Stone Garden, nobody. If I hear a Medikal song, somebody has to tell me that this song is Medikal song. I say, I don't know. It's not, that is not to disrespect him. But I say, I don't know his songs. But I know him. Because for me, his image out there is more of something else than... I know him for other things more than the music. So I know him, but I don't know his songs. So that's it. But I'm saying that I don't think of him as somebody who is too high that he cannot himself talk to us. Yeah. Because that's what I'm saying. It's as if some of them have become too high and mighty. It's like they have to talk to you through somebody, even when they are in the wrong.
Which is unfair. Now, for the purposes of our viewers, let's take a listen.
That's what I don't get.
Let's take a listen to the song. Maybe you get a better understanding of what we're talking about here.
Come away so low, Aquaba, bon arrivé. Welcome
ways on low, Aquaba, Bon Arrive.
All right, so we're just about wrapping up, but for you to have a better understanding of the conversation, you saw that those lines are very popular lines. I mean, there's nobody that would say that they've never heard about. Whereas the other time we were even singing it over here, and we're making reference to Alabaster Box, and we mentioned that it was and it's still very huge, and so yes, nobody can take that away from them.